What's up guys, Just Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to Daily Dose of Transfer Gossip. And today is Sunday, the 30th of July. Now I'd say we've got a pretty decent amount of stuff to get through today, so just before we get started, as always you can show support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome. Remember, 1,000 likes is the target for today's video. If you're new to my channel, make sure to click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content and press the notification tab next to it to receive notifications about my videos. If you missed yesterday's video, it'll be down below in the description box. And today's question of the day, given the fact we've seen Ronaldo's icon rating for FIFA 18, what rating do you think Thierry Henry should get? So let me know your answers down below in the comments section. But now, let's jump on to confirmed deals. And the very first one is a Colombian striker called Renteria going to Atletico Nacional from Querétaro, I think they're called in Mexico, for an undisclosed fee. He's followed by Mosquera, another Colombian this time, also making the switch to the Mexican League. This time, he is going to Leon from Independiente Medellin. If I said that wrong, I do apologise. That's an undisclosed fee as well. Then we move on to Franco Arizala. I think back like FIFA 14, FIFA 13, he's a pretty good silver. And the club he's joined, I'll quickly show you, is called Atletico Bucaramanga. And he's joined them from Chiapas FC for an undisclosed fee as well. And the next player we go on to is going to be Murillo, going to Turkey this time to Kazan from Benfica on loan deal for the season. Then we go on to a French goalkeeper called Salin, going to Sporting in Portugal from EA Guingamp in France for a free transfer. And next transfer cost £2.55 million, around €3 million. And that is a centre-back called Bram Neunting, I think his name is, going to Udinese in the Serie A from Anderlecht again. The fee is around €3 million. The final confirmed today is a player, honestly, I can't pronounce his name properly, but he's gone from Watford to Feyenoord for £5.53 million. And I believe he also spent last season out on loan to Feyenoord as well, so it kind of makes a bit of sense. But now, let's move on to potential deals. The very first one is going to be Max Cruz, linked to Liverpool today, according to Il Messaggero. And to be honest, like I said from the very start, I can't see it happening. So the article does say Liverpool are reportedly ready to go head-to-head with Everton for Werder Bremen forward Max Cruz. And the reason I don't believe it, we don't need any more attackers really. Some people will say Liverpool need a new striker, because Firmino won't get you 25 goals this season, but he adds so much more to his game than a lot of other strikers. And let's face it, last season the goals weren't the problem at all, we're scoring for fun because every single one of our attackers and even midfielders, they contribute a good amount. In comparison to some teams, they have one striker scoring all their goals and the rest, it's not really spread out too much. But when you've got players like Mane, Salah, Coutinho, Lallana, there's a lot of goals there. So that's why I believe Liverpool won't get him, but potentially Everton may get him. And next up we've got Zinchenko, and apparently according to the Mirror today, Napoli want to sign the Man City man on loan. He joined Man City from a Russian club last year for £1.8 million and spent last season out on loan to PSV in the Eredivisie. Now they see Napoli a massive step up in his development. So he definitely seems like one to watch out for and one with a lot of potential. Next up we go on to Cuadrado, and according to Daily Express today, Juventus have valued Cuadrado at £26.8 million amid interest from Premier League side Arsenal. If I remember correctly, it's actually this summer that he fully signed as a Juventus player from Chelsea, so now they may sell him on for a little bit of profit. Especially after bringing in Bernardeschi from Fiorentina, potentially Cuadrado could drop down the pecking order. Next up we've gone to Jason Murillo, the Colombian centre-back today linked to Valencia. According to Gazzetta dello Sport, Inter defender Murillo has agreed personal terms with La Liga side Valencia ahead of a move to the Mestalla, according again to reports in Italy. Despite this development, the future of the Colombian is uncertain, with Inter reportedly considering whether to sell the player or not. The Italian paper claims that Murillo is not for sale, while Sky Italia believe the player is available on the market for €15 million. Valencia are reportedly open to sign the player on loan with the option to buy or on a permanent basis, although at this point in time the Spanish club are not willing to match Inter's price tag. And next up, according to Calcio Mercato, AC Milan are poised to make a move for Bayern Munich's Alexis Sanchez and are in advanced talks with the 19-year-old. The Portuguese midfielder joined the German champions for an initial €35 million last summer, but has seen his chances limited under Carlo Ancelotti and is said to be ready to snub moves to Chelsea and Manchester United in order to move to San Siro this summer. Sanchez can leave Bayern Munich for €48 million this summer on a permanent basis, but Milan, they're not willing to pay that. But on the other hand, Bayern have told AC Milan he can go out on loan for this season, which will cost €5 million, with the option to buy. So if they were to loan him for this season then buy him, it would cost like €53 million, but to be honest, if it pays off, they could make some serious profit on that maybe if Chelsea and whatnot are interested in a couple years time. Next up we got on to Feghouli. It involves 3 players today, all in fact linked to Galatasaray. So Galatasaray sporting director has said the club will sign West Ham Sofian Feghouli and Man City midfielder Fernando in the near future. With the signings of Belhanda, Gomes as well as Mariano already wrapped up, the 20-time Super League winners are keen to take the title for the first time since 2015, and the Premier League imports will no doubt strengthen their bid. The sporting director also said on the club website they're currently monitoring the situation of Marouane Fellaini as well as Ben Arfa. Denier from Man City is currently on the list, but Arda Turan, he isn't. And he finished it by saying, "I hope to make a transfer that will surprise, a surprising name for a surprise position." And a lot of different sources today in Turkey as well as a couple in England today are saying that Fellaini has agreed to join the Turkish side Galatasaray, and the Belgian midfielder has less than 1 year left in his current contract. And imagine quite a few United fans will be pretty happy to see the end of Fellaini. Next up, we've gone to Wesley Sneijder, formerly of Galatasaray, and according to Voteball International today, OGC Nice are in concrete talks with free agent Wesley Sneijder. There were a lot of links saying potentially could be off to the MLS, to LA Galaxy or Los Angeles FC, but right now, Nice in France could be a good option. And the reason he's currently a free agent is because he actually paid out his whole contract himself with Galatasaray. Next up, we go on to Lucas Vazquez, and according to the Daily Mirror today, Newcastle boss Rafa Benitez is ready to raid former club Real Madrid for Lucas Vazquez. He's a product of Madrid's successful youth academy, has been at the club for 10 years. Although he has found starting opportunities very limited at the Bernabeu and may welcome a chance to prove his ability in the Premier League. And next up on your screen is going to be Thomas Lemar. It's not about him though, it's about a player not on FIFA 17 Ultimate Team. So AS Monaco have agreed a €10 million fee, which is €8 million up front plus €2 million in bonuses with Rennes for 21-year-old forward Adam Diakabi. Other clubs interested in him are going to Newcastle, Lille, and a recent offer from Man City. He'll sign a 5-year contract next week, and apparently he's not a replacement for this man right here, Thomas Lemar, who's heavily linked to Arsenal. And next up, we've got Vincent Kompany on the screen, but in general, it's about Man City, not him in particular. So according to the BBC today, Pep Guardiola has said Man City will try to sign one more central defender before the end of the transfer window. So far, they've already purchased 3 defenders, I think it is, being Kyle Walker, Benjamin Mendy, and also Danilo, which has cost a lot of money. I'm not sure who Pep wants to bring in for next season. Obviously Vincent Kompany, if he stays fit, he proved how good he was at the end of last season. If you pair him next to John Stones, who didn't have a great season last year, but is still very much learning and developing, it could be a good duo going forward, but maybe it could be looking in the long term as a replacement for Kompany. Next up, we got on to Andrea Belotti, and according to Daily Mail today, Chelsea and Manchester United target Belotti will not leave Torino for less than £90 million according to their manager. But to be fair, since United signed Lukaku as well as Chelsea signing Morata, Belotti hasn't really been linked to too many clubs in the Prem. If anything, most of the rumours right now are to AC Milan. Next up, we move on to Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who right now, of course, is a free agent, and the LA Galaxy president Chris Klein has said the club's doors are open for Ibra. But he does believe that Ibrahimovic wants to stay in Europe for next season, so have to wait and see. Next up, we move on to Alexis Sanchez, and a couple of different stories about him today. First one though is from Arsene Wenger. So Arsene Wenger has said Alexis Sanchez isn't back in pre-season yet because he has got the flu. They're texting though, and he's due back at the club on Tuesday. And he also said in the interview that Alexis Sanchez, he's staying. But despite some comments today from the manager himself, Arsene Wenger, the Sunday Mirror are saying that Alexis Sanchez is ready to submit a transfer request to force the move to Manchester City. PSG apparently are willing to offer 35 mil to get him, which to be honest, that's a bit of a joke. He's worth so much more than that despite his contract running out in less than 12 months time. Man City on the other hand though, if they were to get him, would probably have to spend like 60 to 70 mil. And what's a daily transfer video about the daily update on a Neymar to PSG. So first up today, Neymar has told Barca teammates 15 days ago he was going to join PSG. And that was during their very first pre-season training session for the upcoming season. Now Neymar though has told Barca teammates his deal was done to PSG. But Neymar's father wants to delay a move to PSG until August so that he can receive a €25 million loyalty bonus from Barca. It's written in Neymar's contract that if he's a Barca player come the 31st of July, the Catalan side must pay a €25 million fee as a loyalty bonus to his dad. And I find that absolutely nuts. So Barca could keep him for just 2 more days, and his dad, he gets a massive payout, but a day later, he then leaves. And finally about Neymar, according to Mundo Deportivo today, Barca will file a formal complaint to UEFA if PSG activate Neymar's €222 million release clause, as they claim it's citing FFP rules. So I'm not sure if they'll actually do that or not, but if they do, that could cause some serious damage. And the final one today is going to a new rumour, and that's Antoine Griezmann linked to Barcelona, according to Marca in Spain. And right now, Barca, they've been linked with so many different players: Coutinho, Ali, Hazard, Dybala, now Griezmann, all to replace the Brazilian Neymar. And Marco is saying that Barca do fancy Griezmann's release clause right now, being valued at a close price to €100 million. Now if you go back to the start of the transfer window, so 2 months or so ago, Griezmann was very much touring the fact he could join Manchester United. He's doing on TV shows, doing on radio stations, saying potentially 6 out of 10 he could come to the Premier League, and that it all broke down because Atletico, they've got a transfer ban. And he felt it would be a very bad time to leave the club because of course they can't replace him just yet or register a new player until January, so he signed a new deal with them until 2022, and you've got to assume because of that Barca, it may be an impossible task trying to get Griezmann. But I'm pretty sure between now and deadline day itself, so about a month or so, Barca, they're willing to so many players. And today it happens to be Antoine Griezmann, guys, but that is going to be the final one for today's video. So as always, if you enjoyed it, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome. Remember, 1,000 likes is the target for today's video. If you're new to my channel, make sure to click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content and press the notification tab next to it to receive notifications about my videos. If you missed yesterday's video, it'll be down below in the description box. And today's question of the day, what rating on FIFA 18 would you give Thierry Henry's icon card? Let me know answers down below in the comment section. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.